Well, the Kansas Bureau of Investigations has begun a criminal probe now of that police raid of a small local newspaper office that happened last week, one that journalists have called a violation of the First Amendment. The homes of a local city councilwoman and the paper's editor and publisher were also searched in this. Now, the Kansas Bureau of Investigations taking over the case, and the governor has something to say. We're bringing in Caitlyn Becker with the Daily Mail, who's been tracking this story. Caitlyn, what are the latest developments here? What is the governor saying?
Well, the governor has stepped in to talk about what's going on here in Kansas. But I think the most important thing that we need to talk about is this paper managed to get another issue out with nothing, with no computers, no servers, no information, nothing. They managed in just a few, days to be able to cobble together a new edition of this paper, despite having all of the odds stacked completely against them.
Why is the nation so focused on this story? Why is the paper so upset? Who are the players and who is coming out not looking good right now?
Well, Natasha, the paper is upset because they had absolutely every single bit of their organization stripped away from them in a police raid. The police came in and they took everything from the computer servers to cell phones physically out of the hands of employees. They took literally, you could see it right here. They're basically taking things off the walls with just a search warrant and not a subpoena. And when you're dealing with something like the First Amendment issue and freedom of the press, you oftentimes do need a subpoena in order to go in here and do that. And what this feels like, I don't know, Natasha, if it's sort of like a David and Goliath thing, but it feels like the police department was acting as such a bully to this very small town, kind of small potatoes newspaper, because a story upset a local resident, a local restaurant owner who was upset that the paper looked into an old DUI charge that she had. And that kind of spiraled into this massive blow up raid. This is not something that typically happens with newspapers and with the media. It just isn't. We have freedom of the press for a reason. It is a First Amendment right thing, and the press needs to be confident and feel safe in the fact that they can do reporting within their own legal parameters. And if someone's upset, they're not going to come after them and completely tear down the organization.
The latest twist in the story, apparently a restaurant owner may have sparked the raid. Can you tell us a little bit about more of that? Can you tell us a little bit more about that detail?
Yeah, that's actually that DUI situation that I had just mentioned. This restaurant owner had an old DUI case, and the paper was looking into whether or not her driver's license was essentially still active. Basically, what happens is they got a tip from an anonymous source. This is exactly how journalism works. We all get tips from sources, and it is incumbent on us to run them down and vet them. And we oftentimes, as reporters and journalists, use public information and there are plenty of different public databases out there that everyone has access to, but journalists just know how to use it. And so they ran down this tip, and that upset her. And there was some sort of fundraiser that was being held, a political fundraiser that was being held at her restaurant. And she threw out, the reporter from this particular newspaper. And there seems to be all of these sort of other political issues that are being weaved in there. But it kind of comes down to the fact that she was upset and said that they got her information illegally and they ran this down illegally. I don't know the specific ins and outs, but I know as a journalist for more than 15 years, that is exactly how we run down tips. So it just seems like she was able to get the police in her back pocket to kind of do this on her behalf.
And now the entire nation is watching. We appreciate you helping us break down this story. Caitlyn Becker, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.